Two teams on opposite trends clash here today at Cole Harbour Place. The Cole Harbour Hunters will look to snap a 4-game losing skid. And meanwhile, the Halifax Max stay hot, stay undefeated after a thrilling comeback overtime win yesterday in Pictou against the Weeks Majors. And the Hunters looking to bounce back after a loss last night to the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush. Welcome everyone inside Cole Harbour Place. You're listening to High Button Sports. The Halifax McDonald's into visits, ending their road trip to take on the Cole Harbour Hunters. The last game before the Monctonian. We are ready to get underway here, and we are off and running as these teams clash for the second time in the last couple of weeks. Last time these two teams clashed was at the Halifax Forum. A 7-0 win for the Halifax Max. That one's going to be played ahead and broken up. Sent right back down. Liam Worth will give that one chase. Max leading the season series 2-0 thus far. And the Hunters found a bit of their winning ways back at the end of October. But looking for their first win since October the 18th against the Rush. The team that they fell to 5-1 last night is Evan Liver will try to center that one as that one comes free. Here's Will Shearer, the overtime winner in yesterday's comeback win. They trailed 2-0 as he dances on through, and he's going to have that one broken up. They trailed 2-0 at one point as he walks in, shoots one off the outside of the goalpost. But a late equalizer as that one's going to be touched up for an offside. But Nate Kidd had a couple of goals. The former Cole Harbour Hunter put them down 2-0, but then contributions across the board. Riley Creelman with 3 assists. A big day there for the Max. Meanwhile, for the Hunters, they actually outchanced the Rush last night, topping them in shot attempts, albeit getting outshot, as that one's going to be thrown up. Picked up here by Sam Fleming. Leading scorer for the Max, 10 goals, 10 assists. A big jump, was a star in U15. Now showing his offensive prowess after a bit of a down offensive year as he got acclimated to the U18 game here is Nate Boudreau. Loses the battle there, River Welsh. Picked up here by Cluett. That one's picked up back the other way. Chike Uzo-Chukwu trying to pass that one ahead. That one's worked in over the line. Takes it back. Uzo-Chukwu. He gets knocked down as Logan Trewin defending. Trewin gets it right back. That one comes free. And MJ Bottomley also out to a hot start, buoying this Max offense. A dangerous team. So one of the keys for today is certainly going to be Cole Harbour's ability to keep the puck out of their net. The magic number is 3 for them as they have a winning record when they score 4 or more, albeit in a small sample size. But if they can find their scoring touch, they stand a good chance as anyone, but a tough task here today as the Max come in undefeated. And all the more impressive coming off a lengthy road trip. So that one's played back. Collected at center ice. They're going to work it up over the line. Fires that one down into the near corner. Picked up by Worth. Andrew Urquhart outlets that one off. Urquhart will pass that one ahead. Works that one in over the line. Into the middle. Takes a shot. Steered away by Cale Campbell, the former Cole Harbour Hunter. That one's picked up. Bottomley works that one back in. Picked up out in front. That one comes free. That one sent up and down the ice. Here's Creelman. That one's going to go down the distance, and that one will be an icing charge here to the Max. So an offensive zone faceoff for the Hunters. Their first of the day here. Face-off here out to the right. Takes a shot. That one hits a skate. Braden Martin off the boards. That one comes free. Passes that one ahead, and Just out of the reach there as that one's going to come all the way back down. Carter Odell bearing down on Boudreau. Here's Nate Boudreau. Flipping that one up all the way down in behind the net. Battling for it here is Peyton Boudreau now. Battles in there. Cameron Urquhart has to retreat, but that one's going to be picked up by Schaefer Gibbs, who will fire that one back around. Along the wall there. Taken down. Doesn't get the call. Out in front. That one takes a hop there. That one's going to come free. Noah Polk getting the start here today for the Hunters. Looking to right the ship. It was a little bit of a get-right game last night for Colby O'Shaughnessy, who was spectacular. As Liver walks in, takes a shot. Shearer on the doorstep. A big block there. Keeps this a tie game. Here's Liver with a shot, sending that one wide. Sullivan off the wall, back up top. Takes a shot, sending that one wide. Picked up by Shearer, trying to center that one in front on the doorstep. He shoots, and Sullivan just misses high. That one comes free. Here's Trewin. Porter Kalita works that one up to the line, but not out. Taking a shot there. As that one gets sent wide. Passed up the wall here. Taken away now. Walks in. Center pass there for Sullivan. Tried to drop that one right in front. Swings that one up the wall. Sends that one down low. Hits escape. Penalty on the way here. That one's going to be touched by the Max here, so that's going to be a Hunters penalty as Welsh takes a shot there, and they'll blow the play down. That'll be a charging call here, so the Max power play that has been deadly all season long will get a chance to go to work here. 27.1% for the Max heading into this one. That's good for third in the league. And the Hunters had a bit of a get-right game on the penalty kill last night, allowing just the one power play goal. So that one comes up for Guinness. Jax Guinness back for Creelman. Guinness walks in, shoots, and that one stopped up by Polk as he tracks that one through the traffic, and that's something that these Hunters netminders do so well, is tracking that puck. And when they're on, they're on. Here's Creelman. Works it down low for Uzochukwu. Welsh gives it back for Uzochukwu. Gives it for Creelman. Off the wall, back down low for Welsh. Back, Uzochukwu, back up top. Guinness across for Creelman. Here's Riley Creelman for Guinness. Down low on the doorstep there. Rebound in front is loose. And that one comes free. Net gets knocked off. Polk down on the ice in the crease. But he makes the stop. And preserves this tie game here with 43 seconds gone on the penalty. Face-off here out to the left of Polk. Back in below the goal. Up top for Trewin. Works it back in, shoots, he scores! A power play goal! And the Max lead 1-0. That's Ian Lovett, who is enjoying a spectacular start to the season, his 9th, as Liam Worth a little slow to get up after a collision there. Down by the circle to the right of Noah Polk. But right on the doorstep, it only took 6.5. And the Max find themselves with a 1-0 lead. Chipping that one up off the glass, trying to send it down low. Puts it right back in. Centering pass out there in front. No one there for it. That one sent back for Odell. Odell will chip that one up off the wall. That one comes up to the line. Porter Kalita holds it in. Hunter's looking for a response. Odell plays that one back. That one's going to be sent up here for Trewin. Urquhart loses the battle here with Trewin as he's going to skate that one up ahead. Logan Trewin up over the line. Cuts back and stops up as that one's going to be flipped up to the line. Held in. Now back the other way. An opportunity back here. He walks in. He shoots. Stopped by Campbell. Hunter's looking dangerous in transition right there. Here's Odell. Works that one up over the line. Carter Odell gets boxed out. Tried to find the lane through, but he couldn't toe the line as that one's going to come right back. Schaefer Gibbs bombs that one up ice, but that one goes into no man's land and will go down the distance here for an icing. With 12:07 to go here in the first period. So Ian Lovett from Jax Guinness and Logan Trewin, that back end continuing to be a factor. Hawko bounces that one off the wall for Urquhart. That one's back up top and comes right back for Creelman. Plays that one across. Jacob Amaro sends that one for Boudreau, drops it back. There's Mitchell. Back for Shearer. Will Shearer takes it in over the line, drops it back, drops it off. Takes a shot, flips it on, and it goes wide. Back up for Creelman. Shot from the point. That one's going to hit the skate of Peyton Boudreau. Liver misses the mark on that one, so that one's going to come back. Firing that one around. Here's Sullivan. That one comes up to the line. Back the other way for Sullivan. That one's stolen away, skating up with it now. Back the other way. Here come the Hunters. Walk in, shoots, and Campbell sharp on that one, making the stop. That one's down. Kalita skates over it, gives it to Liver, who bounces that one up off the wall. And that one comes free as Sullivan backhands that one down. Morris tries to give it off for Ludi here. Uzochukwu stuck in the middle there as Kalita comes in to bail out Cluett. Morris misses it. That one couldn't get a stick on it as that one's going to be played right back. Sent up ice. Kalita rings that one around. That one's back up top. Hawko settles it down, and nifty move to pull away, gains some separation. That one's passed ahead now. Breaking free, cuts in. Couldn't get the shot off there as Will Ludi tried to cut right through to the goal as that one's taken away. Picked up here by the Max. Uzochukwu plays that one up. Tried to find Uzochukwu on the give and go as that one comes back up. Creelman with a shot, redirected on, and that one's going to be taken away. Gibbs fires that one off the boards. Back up for Guinness. Guinness shot from the point. Rebound Welsh in front, and a great save by Polk as he gets across and keeps it a one-goal game. Mid-period break here. We'll be right back momentarily. You're listening to High Button Sports from Cole Harbour Place. 9:16 to go in period number 1. It's 1-0 Max on the power play goal from Ian Lovett. Number 9 on the season for him. And it's really been a lot of these young players booing this Max run here as they start the season. Hunters looking to deal them their first losses. Takes a shot there from the point. On the doorstep, spinning and couldn't get a stick on that one as Guinness will come back to collect. Guinness firing that one down. That one's going to be passed ahead. Here's McKay. Walks in, takes a shot, a rebound in front. Steered away, collected now by the Hunters. That one comes right back up for Creelman, firing that one on. And Polk will reel that one in and cover it up. With 8:40 to go here in period number 1. Walks in, Polk misses the mark and pokes that one away. That one comes up to the line. Treewin holds it in, almost found a man in front, but it hits a skate. Steered away. Here comes Cameron Urquhart up the wing. Drops that one into the corner. Up top for Hocko. Plays it off the wall. Haverstock loses the battle there. Martin walks into one, shoots. Campbell makes the save. A rebound in front. Gets cleared away as he gets bailed out by his defender. Passed up for Nash Haverstock. Treewin up for Shearer. Will Shearer tried to dump that one in front. Picked up by Treewin. Treewin cross-ice pass. Will Shearer tried to get a shot off there. Blocked by Hocko. Comes right back up top. And Amaro sails that one wide. Here's Urquhart. Works that one in over the line. Cameron Urquhart drops it for Gibbs. Gibbs with a shot. He scores! The captain, Schaefer Gibbs, delivers, and on shot number 5, the Hunters have tied it. And sometimes it can come down to a game of cat and mouse as the Hunters were surviving in their own end for a little bit there, and all it took was one chance the other way. Gibbs through traffic beats Cale Campbell on the pad side on the left. And it's a tie game here with 7.5 minutes to go in period number 1. Guinness up for Liver, plays that one ahead for Shearer. He's got Liver with him. Will Shearer walks in, shoots. That one stopped by Polk, an important save. You don't want to give up that response goal shortly after tying it. That one's fired around. Swings that one around the wall. Here's Sullivan. Carter Sullivan up for Guinness. Jackson Guinness tries to dance on through, and Polk will cover that one up, and that one draws a bit of a crowd here. A little skirmish as he took a jab at Polk after the whistle. And cooler heads will prevail there. Fleming loses the battle. Comes up for Mason Morris. Sends that one up. Morris got hauled down. They wanted a call. They're not going to get it as Amaro will send that one right back in. Played across. Boudreau fires it up off the glass. That one comes free, and now a possible 2-on-1 for the Hunters. Out in front. That one's poked away by Campbell. Didn't have enough mustard to get into the slot. And that one's going to come back the other way. Fleming boxed out there by Gibbs. Morris knocked off it there as that one gets chipped up, held in Fired right back in, but collected by the Hunters down in front of their goal. Chipped up and into the netting, out of play. 5:56 remaining here in the period. Face off out to the left of Polk. Hawko bounces it off the wall for Worth. Plays that one up and fired up off the boards down the ice. And that one will be an icing. So a benchmark weekend next weekend as these teams all head out down to Moncton for the Monctonian, one of the biggest benchmark events of the season. Followed up by the East Coast Ice Jam in January. But a big weekend and a little bit of a measuring stick for these teams to see how they stack up against other teams from around Atlantic Canada, around the country. Certainly one of the biggest tournaments of the year. As that one gets sent down the ice. Love it. Gives that one back up to the line. That one escapes, and Lovett will settle it. Sending that one back in. Trewin takes it away, shoots up high on Polk, and he will cover that one. Here with 5:12 remaining in period number 1. Swings that one up to the line and sent right back in. There's Gibbs. Martin holding the line there as he tried to push that one across, and Martin gets that one to the line, but Creelman, a good defensive stick, holds the zone. Tries to send that one up the wall, firing that one wide. Urquhart played into the neutral zone. That one's passed ahead for Justin Cluett. Cluett walks into one. Creelman got a stick on that one as it flew way wide. Up to the line, steered aside here by Campbell out in front. Couldn't get that one into the slot. That one's going to be recollected here. Back the other way. Here's Guinish trying to dance on through. That one's fired off the wall. Here's Worth. Plays it across. Cameron Urquhart dashing on through there as Campbell will swat it away. Shearer drops it off for Fleming. Sam Fleming gives that one back for Liam Worth. Here's Boudreau. Trewin. Emerald loses the battle. Here's Mitchell. Fires that one off the wall. Here comes Will Shearer, dashing up the wing, trying to walk on through. Sullivan in front for Liver, tried to drop that one into the middle. Amaro back for Trewin, takes a shot. That one's going to be kicked aside. Trewin passes that one ahead. Shearer walks in, takes a shot, hits a stick, ends up in the netting. Out of play with 3 minutes to go here in period number 1. Face off here out to the left of Polk. That one's won back by the Max, but comes back out to the neutral zone. Here's Guinish. Jack Skinnish works it up, trying to dash on through and taken away. Here's Cluett. That one gets poked off his stick. Flipped up and out of play by Jack Skinnish. 2:28 remaining, a defensive zone draw for the Max, and the Hunters have done a great job pushing back after that opening goal from the Max. Now a face-off out to the left of Campbell. Here's Worth with a shot out in front. It comes free for Campbell. They're going to poke him there. Fleming has some words for Cluett. Fleming works it down. Peyton Boudreau will play that one ahead, but that one's going to be offside. So face-off just outside the line. Nate McKay will flip that one in deep. McKay giving it chase. Here's Hako. Hako will fire that one in. That one will be blown down. That one will be offside once again. 1:50 to go. It's been a little back and forth. The Max lead in the shot column, 18-8, but the one stat that matters, tied at 1. And after trailing 1-0 to this high-flying Max squad, I'm sure the Hunters will be happy to get into the intermission with a tie game, but they're looking for more here as they're bearing down on Treewin. Not going to settle as Kalita plays that one. That one's held in by Andrew Urquhart. Works it down, and that one's going to be offside. Cooper Strong works that over the line. Centers it back up top there as that one's blocked on the way through. Andrew Urquhart passes across in front there, and Urquhart couldn't find it there as it lands in the skates of Treewin, who throws that one up ice. Trying to get a little bit of a trick play off the wall, but Gibbs had the inside track there on Haverstock, who takes him into the boards after the whistle. .56 seconds to go here in period number 1. Hunters will get an offensive zone draw. Out to the left here of Campbell. There's Treewin, tries to throw it up, but that one's going to be blocked and finally gets it to Fleming, who works that up for Strong. Picked up by Cluett. He'll fire that one right back in. Here's Treewin, passes it off. Here's Haverstock, trying to work it on through. Fleming. Worth passed across for Creelman, out in front for Strung in the dying seconds. But that one gets flipped out. 0.4 seconds to go. They'll have a puck drop to make it a formality here, but we'll head into the first intermission, a tie game. Barring something unforeseen here. Wind up a little bit. And Liver tried to slap that one on, but that will do it. End of period number 1. The Max strike first on the power play. But it's the Hunters with the response. Schaefer Gibbs ties it back up. And that's where we stand. End of period number 1. 1-1's the score. You're listening to High Button Sports from Cole Harbour Place. Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia. Final weekend before the Monktonian. We'll be right back for period number 2. Welcome back. Period number 2 ready to get underway. We have a tie game as we head into period number 2. It was Ian Lovett who opened the scoring for the Max on the power play, but Schaefer Gibbs with the equalizer late in the period puts this one up to a tie game, and now the Hunters really battling, trying to get their first lead of the game as the Max will press to try to recapture theirs as he walks in, shoots, and that one gets rung around. As it's back up for Treewin, sends it down low. Picked up by Worth, fires it up off the boards, and that one comes free and just out of the reach there of Nate Boudreau. Comes back here for Worth. Works that one in, and Campbell will steer that one aside. Mitchell down low. Trying to cut on through there was Nate Boudreau. Fires that one up off the boards to the point. Peyton Boudreau gives it right back for Nate. Up to the line. Here's Noah Hocko. Shot from the point. Kicked away by Campbell. Out in front trying to center it. Passing that one ahead as Shearer gets that one in deep. Thrown up ice, and Fleming will take that one over the line, delayed offside, so he'll have to go tag back up. That'll give Peyton Boudreau a chance to re-rack. Gives it back for Hocko. Hocko plays it into the middle for Amaro, who gives it for Uzo-Chukwu. Plays it across and fires that one off the boards. That's Creelman. Icing waved off. That one's poked out in front on the doorstep. Paulk up against his post, kicks off there. That one's going to come back the other way. Little backhand off the wall. Mason Morris trying to center that one in front as Creelman fires that one up off the boards. That one comes free. Right back. Here's Hocko, and that one will come loose as Kalita sends that one up the boards. A foot race for it, and that one will be just an icing as they get across there. So our first stoppage of period number 2. The Hunters have done a great job at just chipping away, getting their chances, and it was just a seeing eye shot through traffic that beat Cale Campbell on his left pad side. Kalita gives that one off here for Ludi. Loses the battle. That one's going to be poked ahead now. A break the other way. Here comes Ludi. It's a 2-on-1. It's Ludi with Morris. Morris just out of his reach. As he tried to find him, just couldn't find the tape. Gibbs winds up, shoots, sends that one wide. Here's Ludi. Gives that one down low for Creelman. Gibbs works it down low. That one pops up, and that one will land on the back of the net. So that one floats over the net there. Could have been dangerous, but Campbell had an eye on it all the way through. As that one's back up top for Gibbs. Plays it across Kalita, back for Gibbs, and he will settle that one down as he takes it back into his zone. Throwing that one up ice. That one's all the way down. And that one will be an icing just over the 3-minute mark of the period. Plays that one ahead, works it all the way back. Haverstock tried to center that one. Odell gives it back for Haverstock. Out in front. They got that Tantalon line out there. Cooper Strong, Carter Odell, Nash Haverstock, all teammates with the U15 goals last year. That connection has been absolute money in the bank for the Max as he gloves that down. Haverstock almost had a break. They're in alone, taken down, a penalty on the way. Odell on the doorstep, a rebound in front, and they will touch up as the Hunters will be shorthanded here after surviving an onslaught in the offensive zone. And Haverstock will get up, but the Max will go right back to the power play after capitalizing on their first opportunity, a deadly power play at that. Still not first in the league. They sit third in that regard behind the Steel Subaru and, of course, the first place Weeks Majors, who have been on fire offensively to start the season. But another big kill coming up here for the Hunters. They couldn't stem the tide on the first one. That puck movement and precision from the Max, so incredibly important to this power play success. It's picked up into the middle. Sullivan gets knocked down as that one's played across as they maintain possession. Here's Trewin, Logan Trewin. Drops it back. Guinness with a shot. And seeing that one all the way through is Polk. And he will cover that up and make a stop. There's Guinness back for Trewin. Up for Sullivan. Shearer rings that one around Guinness. Back for Sullivan for Trewin. Shoots. That one's blocked. Shearer settles it down. Jax Guinness. Plays it across here for Liver. Back for Guinness. Across here for Trewin. Walks in, shoots, misses wide. That one bounces off the wall. Guinness settles it down. They maintain the pressure here. 5 minutes gone in the period. Down low for Liver. Centers it out in front. They score. They find the outlet in front in the slot. And Liver might get credit for that, but it's 2-1 Max. And Liver did what he was supposed to do, threw that one out in front. I think it was actually Carter Sullivan who got a stick on that one. And that one beats Polk. Max now 2 for 2 on the power play, and they are back on top, 2-1. Throws that one up, works it back in over the line. Andrew Urquhart, he's in, and Urquhart looking for the response there. Campbell poked it, had no clue where that one was. As that one's picked up, fires it off the back wall. Looking to center that one in front. Back up top for Schaefer Gibbs. He knotted it up last time, and he fires that one on, and Campbell will reel it in. Make the stop here. 14:32 to go here from Cole Harbour Place. Lots of action around the league today. So we'll get a face-off here out to the right of Campbell. Drops it back. Here's Uzo-Chukwu. Back for Welsh. Uzo-Chukwu walks in, and a glove save by Polk. Keeps this a one-goal game. Plays it across, takes a shot, sends that one wide. Trying to chip it free. Works that one down. Here's Hawko. Fleming gives that one off. That one's going to come right back. Works that one up over the line. There's Wells, takes a shot, and that one flutters free. Fleming couldn't get there in time. That one's going to be collected by Gibbs. He'll play that one across. Out to no man's land, and the Max will be the first one to it. They'll play it right back. Fired down the ice. Icing waved off. Hawko turning his back to Wells there to box him out. Here's Lovett back up top for Creelman. Creelman fires that one around. Here's Bottomley. MJ Bottomley works it down below the goal line in the corner. And now a penalty on the way here to the Max. A roughing call will be charged to Riley Creelman. And the Hunters will get their first look on the power play of the day here. And while they've been sputtering a little bit with the man advantage, that Max penalty kill as good as ever. So a bit of a tough nut to crack, but an opportunity for the Hunters to draw even once again. One's picked up and fired right off the leg of Cluett. We'll pick that one up and play it across. Cross-ice pass there for Mitchell. Comes right back, Mitchell. That one's thrown up. Cluett holds the line. Justin Cluett sends that one down low. Treewin battling here with Ludi, killing time off that penalty. So that one comes up, Cluett, and that one's picked up by Treewin and sent down the distance. Here for Polk to play. Polk up for Gibbs, throws that one up ice, finds his man right on the tape. Little backhand out to open ice. That one gets broken up as Jack Baldwin couldn't find his teammate there, as Cluett will take that one in over the line. Cluett boxed out by Guinness. Here's Mitchell. Kicked out in front, and Campbell will cover that one up as he's tight against the post. Will make the stop and freeze it. Worth back for Hocko. Hocko across for Urquhart. Urquhart back to the point for Hocko. Hocko with a shot there. Stopped by Campbell. Comes free, and that one's going to be slapped up ice. Back the other way now. A foot race. Will Shearer, first one to it. Leading the league in shorthanded goals at the moment. Shearer dangerous. Even strength or not. That one's down in the ice. Guinness tries to box out Urquhart. Guinness gets it right back. Sent all the way down. Here's Polk. Peyton Boudreau drops it off. Urquhart dashes through. Here's Lovett. Back up top, Peyton Boudreau with a shot redirected on off the outside of the goal. Out in front, and that one comes back for Liver, who drops it off for Lovett. Here come the Max off the rush. Dropping it in as that one hits a stick and goes over. Here's Creelman, passed across, in front, he shoots. That one's saved by Polka, rebound in front, and he's going to cover that one up before it becomes an issue. Now a skirmish after the whistle. Face off here out to the left of Polk. Sent all the way down, picked up by Creelman. Here's Lovett, passed across. Chips that one up off the glass, comes right back for Gibbs. Schaefer Gibbs throws that one down the ice, and that one blown down. And it looks like that'll be the mid-period break here. We'll be right back. Face off here, out to the left of Polk. 9:50 to go here in the second. Max clinging to a 1-goal lead. The Hunters haven't gotten much in the way of offensive generation here in the second, but they're certainly sniffing in around that net. Coming awfully close. Here's Trewin. Centering pass in front, they score. Sam Fleming. His team leading 11th goal of the season. And the Macs are on top by 2. And Sam Fleming left it alone all out in front. No mistake. And it's a 2-goal lead for the Macs. Hunters with a few close calls and could have gone either way. Could be a tie game, but instead it's a 2-goal deficit as they're going to look to claw their way back. Back up top, Trewin takes a shot there, redirected by Welsh. That one sent right back in. Spinning out in front, they score, going up top. 2 goals, 33 seconds apart. Sam Fleming double dips. And it's 4-1 Max. And once again, they forget about Fleming. That's 12 for number 12 now. As he goes up roof on Polk. Now they've got that bit of separation. Shot number 27. So that one sent right back in. Here's McKay. Loses the handle there as Hawko flips that one in. Sends it up and around. That one's all the way down the ice, and that'll be an icing charge here to Halifax. Face off here out to the right. Creelman fires that one up off the glass. Up to the line, works it back. That one comes right in, and that one flipped up into the bench. Out of play with 8:36 to go. Pays off just outside the line. Creelman got a stick on it. That's Peyton Boudreau taken down. That'll be a penalty, and now the Hunters will get a chance on the power play. Polk dashes to the bench. In the middle there, touched up by Creelman. And the Hunters will go to the power play. They're 0 for 1 thus far. They had a chance to tie the game on their last one, and now they're going to need one to try to cut that lead back down to 2. But a big opportunity nonetheless. Here's Gibbs. Plays it across, works it down low. Back for Baldwin up top. Back Baldwin down low. Centering pass in front. Rebound is loose, and Campbell makes the stop. Here's Mitchell. Back up for Cluett. Justin Cluett walks in, takes a shot down low. A rebound in front, whacking away, and Campbell stands tall and makes the stop with the pad. Cluett trying to be a little sneaky, sifting that one through the traffic down low, but it just happened to hit the pad of Campbell. Maybe going 5-hole there, but the penalty killers will switch up here. Top unit of the power play stays out. Max may be trying to exploit a matchup here. Amaro pressed out there and gets that one down the distance here as Polk will play it off. Works that one up over the line. Comes back down below. Back up top for Gibbs, who chops that one in. Here's Ludi, back for Trewin. Passed ahead, and that one's going to go down the distance. Baldwin back for Gibbs. 45 seconds to go on that power play. A dogged effort there by Fleming, taking hard into the boards, and that's going to draw a penalty. With Fleming down on the ice. We'll see what the official call is here. Likely a board. They're going to discuss what length it is here, and it looks like Gibbs being taken out of the game, so that's presumably a 5-minute major. Still 40 seconds left on that penalty to love it. But the captain Gibbs now out of this game. Good to see Fleming skating off under his own power there, maybe just a little shaken up after the hit. Looks like it's going to be 2, so presumably a 2 and a 10. But we'll wait for the official call on this one. Don't want to be jumping to any conclusions. With Cluett having a discussion here with the referee. So the faceoff will come back deep in the Hunters zone here. 6:59 to go in the period. 40 seconds left on that first penalty to Ian Lovett, so the Max will get a minute 20 on the power play once that expires. So 2 minutes for checking from behind and a game misconduct for Gibbs. It's being served by Mason Morris. So that's the call there. Here's Shearer. Works that one up over center. Now over the blue line. Walks in and can't get a handle on that one. Here comes Cluett. Cluett walks in, shoots, blocker save, a rebound, and that one almost spits back out in front. That one's back up to the top here. Walks in, tries to get a shot off there. Worth can't get a piece of it. That one's played here for Shearer. Will Shearer drops it back in. Is back for Shearer there and misses in behind him as the puck spits out behind. Here's Liver. For Shearer, walks in, shoots, stopped by Polk. Back for Will Shearer. Up top, Guinish bobbles it but holds it. Back Shearer in front, punched away by Polk, and that one comes free. Max now on a power play. 45 seconds to go with their advantage. Sullivan back up top for Guinish as he bobbles that one. And that one comes down the distance. Trewin passed it up. Here's Will Shearer. Shearer walks in, takes it in behind, out in front for Sullivan. No one there for it. Comes back for Liver. Liver sifts one through just past the far post. That one's back up. Creelman, 10 seconds on the power play. Here's Guinish. Once again, Jax Guinish can't settle it. Back for Creelman. Throws that one on the doorstep for Welsh, who sends that one just wide. Time expires on the penalty kill. Urquhart back in. Liver throws that one on redirected wide. Fired up off the glass, down the ice. A foot race for it, but that one will be an icing as Creelman had the inside track, was the first one to it. And with 4:43 to go, the Max will get another offensive zone face-off. Fresh off that power play. Takes a shot, punched away. I think Polk got a piece of it. As that one comes in for Creelman. Passed ahead now. Martin got a stick on that one. That one goes down, fired up off the boards. Braden Martin tried to get that one down for Creelman. Passes it up for Fleming. Fleming gives it back for Welsh. Sent right back around by Kalita. Here's McKnight, plays that one up. Across now, into the middle. In, shoots. That's a blocker saved by Campbell as he fights that one off. Here's Welsh. Works it down. That one's going to be fired around Boudreau. Up for Urquhart. Welsh looking to center it. Instead, he gets that one up for Trewin at the point. Logan Trewin shot through traffic, hits a body and goes wide. Here's McKnight. Plays that one into the middle. That one's going to be collected here by Trewin. Passes it up. River Welsh will skate with it, plays it into the middle, walks in, shoots, kicked away by Polk. A rebound there, gets cleaned up by the defense as McKay will work that one back up. Pressed out along the boards there by MJ Bottomley as they turn that one over. Back for Baldwin. Baldwin for Hocko, airmails that one down, settled by Cameron Urquhart. Urquhart over the line. Walks in, shoots up high on Campbell out in front on the goal line. Maybe not quite, but it gets cleared away as Hocko sends that one down for Baldwin. Baldwin gives it right back for Treewin. Throws it into the middle, and they'll take that one away. Bottomley works that one up over the line. Walks in, takes a shot off the outside of the net. Back up top, shoots right on and sends that one way wide. As Bottomley settles it, gets that one to the point. Here's McKnight. Remy Beliveau drops it into the middle there. Walks in, shoots. That one hits a leg. A chance there, just couldn't settle it. That one comes back the other way now. A chance for Bottomley, and he couldn't get any separation. Couldn't handle that bouncing puck. Is Worth taken down. Passed ahead. Back the other way now. A foot race. He almost busted through as Beliveau almost had a clear lane to the net. Into the middle, walks into one, and that one comes free as Nate Boudreau almost had a free shot on goal, but that one's blocked before it can do any damage. Guinish. One's worked back, fired up off the glass and out. Settled by Haverstock. Almost gets his pocket pick, but Odell there to back him up. Here comes Odell. He's got Strong with him. Odell cuts in behind the net. Looking to swing it in front. Odell in the slot. Instead, he drops it back for Guinish. Guinish for Strong. Back for Odell. 35 seconds to go in the frame. Creelman, shot from the point. That hits a body on the way through. It's free, it's loose, and that one will be cleared up. Kalita, backhand off the boards, just misses Ludi there. As Carter Odell will skate that one through. 15 seconds to go. One last gasp here in the period. As Shearer loses his stick, less than 10 seconds to go. That one comes up to the line. Here's Creelman, shot right on Polk. Makes the save, a rebound. That one comes to the line, and they'll get that one up to the line, not out, but it won't matter as time will expire. And a skirmish ensues after the buzzer there. Cooler heads prevail as we head off to the locker room. The Macs add 3 in the second period. They lead 4-1 as we head into the third. You're listening to High Button Sports from Cole Harbour Place, Scotia 1. We'll be right back for the third. Period number 3 ready to get locked, loaded, and underway. The Max tacked on 3 in the second period, and they lead 4-1 as we head into the third and final frame here as we are off and running. Hunters still looking to snap a 4-game skid. The Max looking to extend that win streak to start the year as that one comes back out in front. They survived a 2-0 deficit yesterday in what was the stiffest test for that squad up to that point. They trailed 2-0, came back to win in overtime, and they are now 14-0 as they keep rolling coming into Cole Harbour, and they are in a good spot here, leading 4-1. But that doesn't come without a little bit of pushback from the Hunters, who gave that in the first period, and even in the second threatened to take the lead and to tie it back up when they trailed by 1, but the Max now lead by 3, so a little bit of a hill to climb. But that one's back up for Guinness, plays it across, walks in, sends that one on. Rebound in front, stopped by Paul. Out in front is loose as Shearer tried to jam that one in. Liver with a shot there. That one gets steered away, chipped up off the glass, down the ice, and that should be enough for icing. And it most certainly will be. With 19:21 to go. Of course, Monctonian next weekend. Where these two squads will look to make their mark. Max fell short last year, falling to the Moncton Flyers in the finals. That one's right on and steered away by Polk. Picked up, moves it over the line. Trying to work it through, and Hako gives that one off for Creelman, sends that one up the wall. Fleming comes away with it, passed across. Uzochukwu with a shot punched away by Polk. Up and out of play. Peyton Boudreau sends that one up. That one's bounced off the wall. Comes to neutral ice. Comes free here for Ludi. Morris in a battle here. That one comes free for Creelman. Walsh gets that slapped off his stick. Here's Fleming battling for it. That one comes free, and Uzochukwu will settle it down as they'll work it ahead. Right back the other way. Here's Morris. Works that one up, walks it in over the line, takes a shot, he scores up high. And it's 5-1 for the Max. As River Welsh joins the party. The Max now lead 5-1. One back and played across. Here's Guinness. Works it back in, fires it off the wall. Okay, gets that one. That one's picked up. Sent back the other way, walks in. Here's Lovett. Tried to work it through. That one's off the post. Gets chipped away. Here's Trewin. That one's thrown up ice, but that's going to be offside with McKay's stick just over the line, so that one's going to come back. 17:02 remaining. Sent right up, back in, swung back around. There's Boudreau. Played across, picked up by Bottomley. That one's knocked down here. That one's flipped up and out of play by Cameron Urquhart. Face-off comes back deep into the zone. Out to the left of Polk. Up top, Treewin with a shot, and that one will be reeled in. As Polk makes the stop once again as he tracks that one through. Shot number 38 for the Max. Takes a shot on the doorstep there, and Polk almost has it there. Whistle goes. They put it in the net, but it's not going to count as the whistle went. Face-off here comes to the left. Come away with it. Here's Treewin. Works that one in, Treewin. Passes ahead now. Works it up over center, now over the blue line. Walks in, shoots strong, comes right back for Treewin. Back up, shot right on, steered away by Polk. Comes loose as Odell will play that one down. Treewin gets it back, works it into the middle. Treewin cuts out wide, walks in, shoots, sends that one wide. Hawko gives that one back. That one's going to be passed ahead. Liver. Gives that one off. Here's Evan Liver. Drops it off. Out in the middle there for Sullivan. But he skated right over it as that one's going to be sent down the distance, and that'll have just enough for icing. With 15:01 remaining here in the third. Face off here out to the left. Picked up, here's Liver. Comes free, taken out, picked up by Sullivan. Sullivan a little backhand into the slot there. Creelman leans into one, he scores off the post and in down low. And it's 6-1 for the Max, and now a misconduct being handed out. Looks like to Peyton Boudreau. As it's now a 5-goal lead for Halifax. Picked up Treewin. That one comes free now. Works it in over the blue line. Treewin passes that one up. Shearer outlets it off. Walks in, shoots, and Polk makes the save, and he'll cover that one up. Face off here just out to the left of Polk once again. Comes free into the middle. Welsh on the doorstep here. That one comes free. It's loose. Trying to whack away at it. Polk is on it, and that'll draw a bit of a crowd. That one somehow finds a way to stay out and off the tape of the Max. Centers that one in front. That one's collected. Uzochukwu now, a battle as that one comes right back into the Max zone. Here's Treewin. Picked up by Guinish. There's Fleming. Fleming over the line, and that one's going to be offside. With 13:32 to go here in the third. Flew it up against Lovett in the dot. Lovett wins it back. Now here's Amaro. Polk will play it off for Worth. Plays it off the wall. Sent up to Cluett, who backhands that one up over the line. Throws it in front. Braden Martin works it out in front, comes back up top for Ludi. Will Ludi with a shot from the point. That one's redirected and goes wide. Love it. Works it over the line, drops it off. Takes a shot there. That's Bottomley. That got a piece of something on the way through. Here's Lovett, takes a shot. That one's blocked. Tries to throw it across. Here's McKay. Nate McKay with a shot there. That one pops right up. Hits the glass in behind the net, and that one comes free, collected by the Hunters. Love it for Amaro down on the goal line. Takes a shot there off the outside of the post. Mitchell sends that one back to the line where Lovett holds it in. Back for McKay trying to center it. Polk got a stick on that. That one comes free now. Little collision in open ice there. Lovett loses the stick. Here's Mitchell, loses the handle on it as Odell. We'll cycle it back. Carter Odell gives it off for Creelman. Tried to get it back to Odell, but instead that one comes in open ice here for the Hunters to collect. Odell up to the line. There's Hocko. Pops that one right up. Gloves it down, but can't hold the line as the Max will force that one over. Back across. Fires that one up to the line, and they're going to fire that one right back in. Here's Polk. Back for Guinish. Walks in, shoots, he scores. Right on the doorstep. No mistake for Cooper Strong. And the Max leads 7-1 with 11:07 to go here in the third. Just a loose puck and a good job by Guinish to find his man out in front, and Strong not going to miss from there very often. Here's Trewin, throws that one up. That one's going to go down the distance, and that'll be an icing. So 11:02 to go. That one's worked up over the line. Here's Shearer trying to cut in out in front, sending that one wide. Takes a little chop at it. Out in front, Liver shoots. That's a pad save by Polk. Takes a shot. That's gloved down by Polk. Face off out to the left. Works down, centers it in front. Cross across there. That one stopped. That one comes free, having a little bit of trouble with the clock here. Luckily, we've got one right here for you on the high button stream as that one comes up to the line. Back for Sullivan. Works it down below the goal. Here's Liver looking to backhand that one in front. Back up for Trewin. Works it down. Here's Shearer. Passes ahead. Here's Cameron Urquhart. Works it up over center. Now over the blue line. Working it in. Out in front. An opportunity there. That one gets broken up. That one will be stopped up. Around 9:21 to go here in the third. Face off here out to the left of Campbell. So the Hunters will gear up for the Monktonian as they start off against the runner-up of the East Coast Ice Jam last year. 5:30 p.m. at the Greenfoot Energy Fourplex on Pad B. So the Hunters starting out their tournament there, and the Max starting off against the St. John Vito's. 3:30 p.m. start time. Should be an interesting weekend. As I mentioned before, a bit of a benchmark. One that teams certainly use as a major one at that. Should be some great hockey to come. And then, of course, in a couple months' time, 2 months from today, we'll be at the East Coast Ice Jam. Where you see the best of the best come from around Atlantic Canada and other various places in Canada. So 9:21 to go. Face off out to the left, ready to get back underway. As Beliveau tried to get a shot off there, Creelman there to stifle it. That one's passed ahead. Here's Uzo Chukwu, a backhand, and that one's chipped up and goes out of play. Here we're just over 9 minutes to go. That one comes back for Creelman, plays it across. Works that one back in. There's Polk. In front, Uzo Chukwu takes a shot. That one steered away. Picked up now by the Hunters. They're going to try to play that one ahead. Couldn't get that one much further as Uzochukwu holds the line. Sends it right back in. Here's Fleming. He's got 2 today. Leading the way for the Max this season, his second year with the team. As that one's going to get poked up. Here's Braden Martin now with a break. He's got Remy Belleville with him. Here's Martin, shoots, misses wide. As that one's going to carry him all the way back in to the Cole Harbour end as Fleming battles for it in deep. Guinness. Works it down below the goal, spins out in front, and Polk makes the stop as Hako send that one up to the line. Not out. Picked up by Bottomley. Here's MJ Bottomley out in front. That one pokes up, and Polk will cover it up with 7:38 to go and a bit of a skirmish after the whistle. So face-off out to the right, love it. Getting the boot from the dot, took a little too long to set up. Working that one up over the line, works it through, takes a shot, and Campbell will stop it and cover it up. Face off here to the right. Taken away here by Halifax. Bottomley plays it there. McKay taken down. He's not going to get the call as that's collected by the Hunters. They'll play that one across. Plays it there. Knocked down. McKnight turns it over. That one comes back the other way now, and they just couldn't get the break, couldn't get it past their man, and a big hit there in open ice as Bottomley gets squared up. Here's Guinness. Works that one ahead. Bottomley over the line, and that one's going to be offside with 6:49 remaining. Walks in, shoots, and Polk makes the stop. Will cover it up. Here's Lovett, works it in over the line. Tried to block that advance. That one comes in here for Odell. That one's taken away. Works it back up, Morris. Being dogged here by Amaro, and now they'll get a chance on the power play as that one comes out in front. It spits in front there. And now they'll blow it down. That one's sent down the ice here as Odell will give it chase. Walks in, Haverstock fires that one up high and wide. Short-handed chance there for the Max. Picked up by Sullivan. Here's Creelman now. Gives it back. Here's Baldwin. Drops it off, takes a shot, sends that one wide. Here's Baldwin now. Gives it back in behind the net for Ludi. Ludi picks Strong's pocket. Out in front, they score. A power play goal for the Hunters. And it's now 7-2. Nifty little play there out in front. As Baldwin buries it. Attack another one on the board. Here's Guinness, plays it back for Creelman. Setting that one up. All the way down, picked up here by Worth. Almost gave that one away to Shearer. Comes free, Will Shearer back up top. Walks in, sends it down low on the doorstep here. Paul swimming in his crease. That one comes free and spits out to the near side here. Guinness fires it right on. As that one's flipped up. One's chipped ahead, back the other way now. Cameron Urquhart chasing. Back up here for Worth. Takes a shot, redirected on by Beliveau. As Campbell steers it aside. Shearer back for Creelman, throws that one up. Here's Liver. Plays it into the middle for Sullivan. Gives it right back in front, stopped by Polk, and that one will be cleared away. So he wanted to cover it, but instead that one gets cleared down the ice. Next best thing for them is that one's going to pop up, hit the top of the glass, and stay in play. As that one goes down for an icing with 3:54 to go, but a penalty on the way. Rather, it looked like it there a moment ago. Stay 5-on-5, but an icing charge here to the Max. Face off to the right of Campbell. Ludi gives it back, takes a shot, redirected on. And Campbell sharp on that. Shearer drops it for Sullivan. Carter Sullivan back for Shearer, delayed offside, so they'll have to tag up here as that one's going to be passed ahead for Ludi. Ludi trying to center that one. Campbell will cover it up once again. Not a whole lot of danger around him, but not going to take any chances. Worth works it down low. And taking a fall there, gets it up for Welsh. Uzochukwu passes ahead. Works it up over the line, drops it back, walks in, takes a shot, stopped by Polk. Out in front, and Polk will cover that one up. With exactly 3 minutes to go. Picked up by Fleming. Out in front, that one's shot right on and stopped. Picked up, sent down low. Here's Uzochukwu out in front, and that one comes free. That one's collected, back the other way. Urquhart Gives it back for Welsh. Here's River Welsh. Drops it for Fleming out in front. That one's taken away. 2.5 to go now. Taken down low by Uzo Chukwu. Misses the pass there as that one's going to go down the distance. As Campbell will play it off. Here's Guinness. Skates right over it. Centers that one in front for Baldwin. And that one goes down, and that one will be icing. Here's Guinness. Works that one over the line. Here's McKay. Gives it back for Bottomley, who fires that one wide. Inside 2 minutes to go. Picks that one up. Here's Beliveau. Takes a shot. That one steered away. Guinness now works it up the wall. Taken back. Bottomley works it over the line. Sent wide. Bottomley cuts wide, gets separation, shoots, he scores. Now 8-2 with 1:20 to go. Here's Urquhart. Taken away now, skates it up over the line. Here's Cluett. Cuts wide. Cluett drops it off. Here's Urquhart. Loses the battle. Haverstock works it in over the line. Last minute here. Haverstock rips one and Polk will cover it up. With 50 seconds remaining. Here in this one, shots 54-25 for the Max. Odell back for Amaro. Fires that one, strong. Back for Odell, back up top. Walks in, shoots. That one's blocked on the way through. Closing in on 30 seconds to go. Passed ahead. Sullivan passed up. That one's all the way back. Here's Will Shearer. Dashing through the zone with a lot of purpose here. Shearer trying to center that one. That one's collected. Now they added some time back on the clock here. And they will actually run it down there. So that will do it. So end of the third. The Max take this one 8-2 heading into the Monctonian break. We'll be with you every step of the way. But we have a break next weekend, so no U18 action except for at the Monctonian. We'll be back with you after the break. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. You're listening to High Button Sports from Cole Harbour Place.